Hello, everyone. Jennifer Polk here, our Team Hope weekly call. I know people were getting off that other call, and there's a lot of people traveling this summer. It's like a lot of stuff is happening, but that's the beautiful thing about this business. You can do it anywhere, anytime, any place. And we record, so hopefully the recording will come through well. And every once in a while, Zoom does funny things. So I always say, if you can, get on live. But we're so excited to have our guest tonight. I'm going to roll through the announcements super quick. Hold on one second. I'm just going to screen share, and I am going to go through all of our big announcements because I can't wait to get to our special guest. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see my screen? Month at a glance. So this is
Yes.
thank you. Thanks, Charles.
Yep.
So tonight, if you guys weren't on the close of the month call, it was with Shauna Mucklow. Did a great job. It is in, if you can't be there live, it is in the LifeVantage Consultant, United States Consultant Facebook page. It is put into that page. And so you can always go back there and watch it. So the 31st, that's Friday. Contact center is open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Phone, email, chat, and text support. They are open until 12, but that you have to go through an executive. So there are ways. So if you have something that's really necessary, let me know and I can help you get through that. But let's try to get everything done before 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And then our open the month with the LifeVantage leaders is on August 3rd, which is what day of the week is that? Monday, August 3rd. So that will be our next. So there's Shauna. Our last chance for Axio Tiger's Blood, that fun fan favorite, is almost gone. I think I have two or three of those little buckets, so of the tiger's blood. It's the coconut and watermelon. And then our next Achievers Retreat is to, drum roll please, Mexico, Cancun, Mexico. And we are currently in qualification period time, July 1st through September 30th. You need to earn 75 points. If that is something that you're reaching for, which if you're working, why not do it, right? And you're gonna love our guest tonight because she not only made, I'm telling you, she earned, not made, earned the Whistler trip that she just got back from, the last Achievers. She also earned the CEO, Meet the CEO. And also this month, she already, I know Kathleen's like, way to go, Sherida. She already earned the um earn $1,000 for 2,000 SV, which is incredible. You guys, the company, you have people that are spending 2,000 SV and they're giving you $1,000 on top of our what you make in commission. On top. This is unbelievable. So if you're going to get, got to go to convention, but I think everyone here, oh, maybe not Ann, but everyone else I know is all going to convention, and several other people, lots of other people already, actually. So here's that. She earned $1,000 for global convention. And the really cool thing is it's not too late. We have all week. And also you can book your convention hotel. They are still there's still the reserve blocks. They're limited, so don't wait. And the first 200 people get a special VIP gift at when you get to convention as well. And then through the end of the month, we have that bonus volume for those 3 packs, the Healthy Edge pack, the Business pack, and the Healthy Glow pack. So if you have people that are interested in becoming consultants, you get 1-to-1 volume. That's up to 20. It's two of them are 25% more and one's 26 more bonus volume, which is incredible. Incredible. And the tip Tuesday was back to the basics. We are going back to the basics, everyone. And you'll see that in our LifeVantage Facebook page. And also you can click on this email. If you don't get it, call LifeVantage, call customer service, and they can help you getting these emails every week. And then Activation Nation podcast, they're going to be back in August. And then Big Blue, find all your events from Big Blue there. I'm going to stop sharing there. This week, we have our Wednesday Wellness every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then the next, oh, Kathleen, can you talk about your next event, your meet and greet?
It is. Hi, Sherida. Thanks for coming chatting with us tonight. It's so good to see you. Um, it is Friday, August 21st, 11 to 1, Bruno's Kitchen off C470 in Bowles. It's been a lot of fun with everyone that's attended so far has just really given some positive feedback. So I hope you guys can make it. And I'll forgive you if you can't, because that drive is miserable. I drove it. I don't blame you. But yeah, and Ellen
Middle
and
of the
Paula
day,
and
in the middle of the day, it's not bad. It's not
oh,
as yes. I
I
used
went
to
up
drive
there in the
that
middle of the day and came
It's
home at
worth it though to
midnight.
hang out with you guys.
Well,
right.
yeah, there you go. It would be nice to see you, but
I used to
anyway,
drive that drive once a week up to Fort Collins from where I
yeah.
live. Yes,
Yeah.
it's all
And
worth.
Sherida, just so you know, basically what it is, it's something I started. This will be our third one. And it's basically just to meet LifeVantage consultants and customers and get to know them as people outside of LifeVantage, or maybe,
Awesome.
talk a little bit about why they got involved with LifeVantage. But I just feel like when we go to these opportunity meetings, we listen to the opportunity meetings, but we might hear stories and they might be about that person or somebody they know, but we really don't know the people. So that's kind of the goal
I
behind it.
love it. I love it.
Thanks.
Love it. Awesome. Okay, so without further ado, now I get to introduce our special host for tonight. So Sherida, first I'll read her bio, but then I want to really introduce Sherida. So Sherida has spent more than 25 years. How can that be? Because you're only 30.
I know it's weird. I,
You
I
were
was
five.
very, very young when I started. Yeah.
Yes, 5 years old, helping people transform their health and discover what's possible. She combines her passion for wellness and leadership, entrepreneurship, empowering others to create greater health, hope, purpose, and freedom. She is definitely a heart centered servant leader, and her background is in massage therapy, but also you work with your brother, Dr. Brett,
Mhm.
at his practice, and you help integrate. You're such a key person in integrating all the work that he does. Sherida and I knew of Sherida, but we really connected, just like Kathleen, when you're saying about these events. So Carrie had this event. It was called the 333 event, and it was in Salt Lake City. And it was LifeVantage branded necessarily. Like she did it on her own. And she had these ladies come in and they taught things, but it was really transformational. And Sheridan and I sat one night after one of the nights and we just connected heart to heart. And I just fell in love with you that night, Sherida. I was just like, oh, oh. And that's what I love about this like company, this industry, but the company, LifeVantage. And we've been friends since. And so I asked her, I said, it's kind of like Jesus. Like when you talk to your same people every week after week after week, they kind of get sick of hearing from you. I'm like, can you come share with my team, my amazing, amazing team of leaders, amazing people, like how you earned all three of these things in the last couple months when it's summer and people are off and doing their thing and all the things. So she said she would. So without further ado, Sherida, can you share your story first? Okay.
Yes.
And then whatever you want to share.
Okay. Well, yes. So I got involved years ago as a customer. I have a little boy that I have had since he was born, but I adopted him. He was born on drugs. He's actually my nephew by birth. And he just really struggled. He had all kinds of drugs in his system when he was born. And I was Brett, so my brother, Dr. Brett, and I mean, he was always buying something, doing something, trying to figure out ways to help him. And it helped, but there was still a lot of struggle when he started school. And they held him back in kindergarten, and we're talking about holding him back again. And shortly after that, Axio came into our life. So Axio, liquid brain food, literally like my favorite thing. My son is where he is today from a lot of different things, but especially Axio. Um, After he started Axio, not one more time did a teacher recommend holding him back ever. That was never a conversation I had, which is super huge. But he had forgot it one day, a couple weeks in, he forgot his Axio at home. And so he called me in a panic, wanted me to bring it to him to school. And so I took it down to him to his classroom, and he grabbed it from me and he went and sat in his seat and started taking his test. And a couple of amazing things about that is, number one, he had special accommodations to take his tests in a small classroom. And I was shocked that he was not going into another classroom to take his test, but he was doing it right in the classroom. And that he didn't look for the distraction of me coming and bringing his water bottle and being in the classroom was everything he would normally need to do anything but go take his test. And so it was really fun from there on out. I mean, his teacher noticed within that amount of time, and just from there it got better and better. And it wasn't until high school that I added the Protandim and the Probio. And I wish I would have done it sooner, but he was such a stubborn little kid about taking any kind of pill. He hated to take pills. I would think he would take things that I would give him and he would hide them or throw them away. Like, it was always a challenge. And so starting his junior year in high school, we made a pact, and he was going to take the Probio and Nerf 2 every day. And he did. And that junior year wound up being his senior year. And he so basically graduated a year early with A's and B's. And the only thing I changed that year was that. And not only that, like that, the academics was huge. Like some years I was like, if this kid just gets D's, like I don't even care. Just let him pass the class, because some of them were hard. He just didn't have, like, if he didn't have, like, some kids panic if they don't get good grades. That was not him. He was just like, for the social. But he was walking down the hallway, he was high-fiving everybody, just was his level of confidence and just fun, and his spirit just went through the roof. And so I've never looked back. I would always share, but I would tell Brett, like, hey, this person like wants Axio or whatever. And then it wasn't until I had a knee injury and I got the products in my body. I was a single mom. Like, it was more of a budget thing. I honestly didn't even know what it was and what all the business side entailed until I joined. And like less than 2 weeks later, I went to where did I go? New Orleans for my first event, and I had no idea what I was doing. And then not too long after that is where I met Jennifer, and she had just gotten engaged, because I remember I was like, that ring, amazing. But it was so fun. And I will, like, that is really where I first connected with the community. I had met people locally, but that was everything. And the community is one of our biggest things with LifeVantage. It's always the community for me. It's huge. I think it's just one of our products. A few things I know I want to get through a lot, but I have been on this text thread all afternoon. So I'm from a big family. My mom's the baby of 10. My dad's one of 5. And I have cousins and aunts and uncles and people all over the place. And I have a cousin, he's fairly close to my age. I think he's just a couple years younger than me. So like 40s, like mid 40s probably. And he's had a little bit of a heart issue, but he literally just had a accident. He had a heart attack at the wheel, is in the ICU, all kinds of crazy stuff. And he's stable. He's stable right now. But I have so many kids in that situation with these energy drinks. And if I can just get one person to let go of the energy drinks and try something like Axio instead, it's a win for me. And I can't say I've never had one. I've had a couple, but and it was something mild, but some of these are super crazy, caffeinated, full of sugar. I mean, it's been like a decade or more since I've had one, but I would have them once in a great while. I didn't like how it made me feel. But you're like up late on a road trip. I'm telling you right now, the Axio on a road trip, that is all I drink, and it is the best thing. But there is so many scary statistics out there with the energy drinks and what's in them. I feel like they're getting worse and worse. So that's like kind of my little plug because that literally just happened today. Hopefully he's kind of out of the woods, but that's super, super scary. He has two young kids and his wife, and she's a nurse, and I can just, they're in Texas, so I can't even imagine what they're going through right now. But what we have here gives people options when they're tired, their energy's crashing. He was going from one job to the next job, right? It's just like living the busy life. And people don't know that this is an option. You know, you go to the convenience store and there's more energy drink sections, I think, than soda sections. It's huge. And so the education of what this is just massive. So that's like my little plug for Axio. It's just my favorite thing. My son loves tiger's blood, so I probably need to go get him some more. He loves that. A few things I want to go. So the Whistler trip. So Laura and Cindy are actually on the call tonight. They don't have their screen on, but the reason why I earned Whistler, you guys, was Laura and Cindy. They're like, we're gonna do this, and the whole way that the system is set up is if you help people get what they want, then you get what you want. And they're like, we're gonna do this. Like, you need to come with us. And I knew they were fairly close to getting it. And they're like, well, you need to do it. And I'm like, I told myself, I don't think there's a shot in the dark that I'm going to make that trip. I just didn't think it was possible. But let me tell you, you are born in a day, you die in a day, anything is possible in a day. I literally hit the $2,000 for the Carl Cash in a day. I had a consultant that customer that flipped to a consultant, and she ordered the business pack and then ordered a bunch of other stuff. And I had a conversation with her for, I don't know, probably a month. And she just like wanted to try everything. I mean, I literally went and checked my back office 4 times because even Carrie Williams was calling me. She's like, this can't be right. Like, how did that happen? And so you just never know. And hopefully, and she's already plugged some people in. So hopefully she continues that way. But Laura and Cindy are having conversation after conversation after conversation. And when they hit the Whistler trip is because they had conversations for months that led up to people to getting in the business. And they are like, I think more often than not, they'll sell a business pack. And our job is to let people know what's out there, and then they get to choose. Does everyone need to join a business pack? No. Can everybody? No. But let them know the options and then let them choose, but let them get in somewhere because these products literally can change people's lives, and it's changed mine. So that it was so fun. I'll actually show you a few pictures from, if I can share my screen. We're gonna see if this works. I don't know. We're gonna see how. I've never I've never shared my screen on my iPad before. So we're just gonna pretend. Let's see. All right. There we go. Maybe.
If it doesn't work, I'd be interested if Laura and Cindy can come off of mute too. Oh, yes, it is working.
Oh, okay. It's circling, so it acts like it's doing something.
Yeah.
It tells me I'm sharing. So can you see it yet?
Very dark in here.
Can you see it or no?
It's doing the circle of death. That's what I call it. That it just circles and circles. Everything
Okay.
I'm including.
Wait, I'll stop that because wait, hold on.
Laura and Cindy came on.
You asked me to.
There you go. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. I was going to share a picture of you, so there you go.
I did not realize how dark it is in here. Sorry.
That's all good.
So what did you say to people?
As far as what? Like getting the business pack?
Yeah, how do you introduce it? Kathleen's
Yeah,
like,
it's actually really interesting because Carrie Williams actually called me up and said, "What are you doing? Every pack that you sell is a business pack." And I think it makes it easier because I bought the business pack and I don't necessarily sell it like you need to get the biggest pack to start the business. I actually never say that. The thing that I say is, okay, so I love trying all of the products, and
by getting the business pack, you actually get the most products at the cheapest price that you'll ever get them. You can never get those products cheaper. So it's your choice. You can get whatever you want, but that's what I did and I loved it. And so that's literally actually all I say to people, and they all buy it. And so it's like I'm not pushing people. I'm actually not even beating a dead horse. I literally just say that, like, this is why I did it. I think you should do it because that's what I did. And then they usually do. It's been pretty surprising. So it's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
I love it. Thank you.
Literally the business of duplication, right?
Yep.
So good. So, and then the biggest thing too is like, Laura and Cindy and I, so when we were there, I was going to share a few pictures. Obviously I can't, but, we met some just amazing people, got people's phone numbers, talked to people that I had maybe seen on a Zoom or that I had seen on stage, but I was able to meet and rub shoulders and talk to so many people that were there. And, because of that trip and because, I sat by Marcy Steiner, I don't know if you guys know who she is. She was at the last convention and she spoke. She sat and talked to me for a long time. And then she wound up sitting and talking to Laura and Cindy for a long time. And then she's like, well, let's get on a Zoom when we get home. And she sat there. I mean, I think it was like an hour and a half to
It
long
was
time.
2 hours.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was closer to 2. And she just poured into us and gave us suggestions and just helped us. And then literally later on that night, I got on another Zoom with Laura and Cindy, and we just kind of hashed out things and talked about things that we had talked about with Marcy. You guys, you can't, like, you couldn't even dream of like paying a mentor to do that. Like this, she did that because she wanted to. Like, we didn't pay her. We didn't ask. She volunteered, and it was so fun to be there and rub shoulders and just be there with people that they've been in the trenches like us. They still are. I have seen so many people that don't have to build this business anymore. Like their business will run whether they do anything or not, and they're still plugging in all day, every day. And it's super, super fun to see. And I feel like I'm just getting started. A big thing too, that I, talked to a lot of people in Whistler, and you got to hear from a lot of different people that were from all over. There was a ton of people from Spain and, Mexico, a huge group from there. And just to hear and see what they did, there was people from the Amish community that were there that drove like 36 hours to be there. Laura and Cindy drove from Idaho too and made like a big, huge trip out of it. But it just gave us options that we didn't have, right? To be there with people in a small kind of intimate setting. And I had only been to Canada once before, and it was on another LifeVantage trip. And so traveling is super fun and I love it. But traveling on LifeVantage's dime is so much better with some of the most amazing people. But a thing I really am recommitting to myself to do, and sometimes I'm better at this than others. I'm like, oh, I don't want to bug anybody. You guys do 3-way calls. Get something like Jennifer asked me to come on here tonight and share with you guys. And she could have shared my story. She could have talked about any of these things with you. But it's just, I could say things to my son and then he'll come home and be like, guess what my boss said? And I'm like, seriously, I've said that like 17 times, but they hear it differently from somebody else. And so that's just such a beautiful thing about this is it's just so nice to have different people. It doesn't matter what quote unquote team you're on, how long you've been in the business, whether you've sat out for 7 years and you're back and decided, I'm going to jump back in. It doesn't matter. Or if you've been here the whole time. It is super, super fun, but do 3-way calls. Find people on cousins, up the line, down line, doesn't matter, but find people that you can do 3-way calls with and get somebody else on the phone with your people. And especially if it's one of your family or close friends, because they need to hear it from somebody else. They absolutely need to. And so, those are probably the main things I wanted to talk about. I mean, if you guys have any questions, I'm more than willing to open it up to any questions, but help your people get what they want and you'll get what you want, and do 3-way calls. Like huge, huge, huge. And if you're, I love Cancun, that. Like I may hit Cancun, I may not, but I'm sure as heck gonna try, right? So it's just, and yeah, so just put the effort in and your business grows either way.
Sherida, we're going to Cancun.
Yeah. I'm going to Cancun. We are going to Cancun.
No, we're going to Cancun.
Yeah. I have Cancun. So I have a big mirror in my room and I've started to write like things that I want to say every day to myself. And if anybody knows me, I'm super, the negative self-talk is real, people. And so I just, for years, it just like the things that I've said to myself, I wouldn't want anybody to say to anybody, right? And so it's just, and not being cruel. I just like, but you're your own worst enemy. So make things visible. I've used that like a vision, like Cancun is on that. So we need to put it out there. We're going. I mean, once you go, like seriously, like you guys, Laura and Cindy, this is their first trip. And hopefully, what's it called? The Growth Summit's next.
Yes.
And then Cancun. Like, I mean, just yeah. Anyways, yes, we're going to Cancun.
Oh, I just read in the chat that your house burnt down. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
They came home from a convention. Was it in Salt Lake? It was one of them. And they literally, I mean, weeks later, their house was gone.
Actually, our home had burned down just before that, but we went to the
Oh, it was just
convention to see
before?
what it was like.
And you
Yeah.
went to the convention
Oh.
anyway. I love it.
Yeah.
I thought it was right after that. It's even, I mean, yeah, cool. So they literally built their lives back from ashes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually to be honest, it was actually this January that I was like, okay, I want to start this business. So I'll just share this. I said a prayer and I said, what do I need to do this business? And the impression I had was to call 5 people a day. And actually going to Whistler was just calling 5 people a day. And it was really interesting. Like I wasn't even working towards Whistler, but I think we sold a couple actually a few. I think we did 3 business packs, couple other consultants, and then yeah, just building. But it was just from calling people every day, and it was really interesting because the business was growing so fast, just talking to people, and then they're like, "You should go for Whistler," and we're like, "That's a good idea." And then I was like, "Sherida, if we're doing this, you're coming with us." Like, I was teasing
There
her
we
a
go.
lot. I was like, "Look at all the points we gave you. You have to go."
It's true. It's
right.
very true.
Yeah.
And so how do you guys know each other?
So we actually met through another company. In fact, I've seen them at other seminars, like from a nutritional company that Brett and my dad lecture with. And so I had seen them at them. And so and it's funny. So in January, I think is when you guys hit SC1. And then in March is when you hit SC2 and SC3. So I mean, they were working their little tails off. Like they really put some effort in, but it was so fun. And I mean, and honestly, never give up, because when they first, and obviously house burn down, like life happened, like they have a wellness center, they have animals, they have a farm, they have all these things that they do. And I'm like, are they working it? And they're not. Like, I was like trying not to bug, but just checking in with them. And then they're like, no, we're going to do this. Like, and Laura's big, she prays about everything. And I love that. Like, I absolutely love that. That's just, I think God is a part of all of this. And so I think it's super fun. She's like, no, we're going to go, we're going to do this, and they come to the conventions, and I think that's a huge part of it too. But they worked their tail off and had a lot of conversations, like 5 a day. I mean, that's really not a lot, but they were very committed to 5 a day.
That is awesome. Wow. Well, I can't wait to meet you guys in October. I didn't earn the CEO thing, but Carl
Cash, let's all work for that.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
and the thing is, like, honestly, I tell people, try to get all of the incentives. Like and I think Carrie Williams is the one that told Brett, she's like, you'll chase any carrot. And he's like, well, yeah, why not? Like, even if I don't get a carrot, like I still like grew my business, And so he's like, if they're going to dangle something extra in front of me, I'm sure I'm going to go for it, And so it's super fun. And then look at the people we get to hang out with.
Right.
So super, super fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. And do you have a question?
I was just wondering, either you or Laura and Cindy, is your primary way of sharing phone calling and third party, or do you do a lot of Facebook and or meetings?
We're both more face to face, not over the phone. Some comes from my practice, but most of it is just people I meet all over. So I like to talk. I talk to everybody everywhere I go. How about you?
I am some face to face, but to be honest, I am mostly over the phone. Most of my consultants are not even by me. I
Mhm.
I live out in the country in the middle of nowhere, so I have to outreach a lot,
Mhm.
and mine is mostly over the phone.
Mhm.
Where
But
are you
we're
guys at?
none of us are very social media. Like we don't. I mean, I'll post on it, but we don't do a ton of business on social media. And where are you at? He's asking Laura.
Just southern Idaho, up in the
Idaho.
mountains.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a little ranch and yeah, the wellness center and then do this as well. So it's wonderful.
that's awesome.
So
Did
can
that
I ask you, like, when if you're in this small community and you said most of your people are not near you, when you're reaching out to these people, what are you saying to even get them to listen to what you have to say?
So I actually am not aggressive. I know
Mhm.
some people are, and sometimes I think maybe I should be more aggressive in business stuff. But actually, what I do is I just call people to love them and care about them. And then when they say, "What are you doing?" Then I say, "Oh, I have a wellness business, and I actually work with this company." And then it's really fun because Cindy, well, both of us have had amazing experiences with the products, and I'll actually share that with them. And then actually when I call them and talk to them, I actually see how they're doing and what concerns they have. And sometimes it's health things and sometimes it's stuff going on with their kids. And I say, "Hey, actually with this company that I was just telling you about, they actually have stuff that helps with that." And then I share experiences and some people are automatically interested and um some people are actually just I plant a seed, but honestly, the majority of my business packs were just planting seeds and being consistent and just calling them. Honestly, like I said, when I say a prayer in the morning, if their name came to my mind, it was just being consistent, calling them, checking up on them, and then also inviting them to like the Wellness Wednesday or to different overview meetings. And then as they learned more information, they'd be like, "Oh, you told me about that." And then like they talked about that. That's actually something that I need or my family member needs. And then they just get really interested. And I'm just consistent calling them and so I don't know. Some people I think are probably aggressive and go straight in for the business, but I just love the heck out of people, and that's my approach. So,
So are these people you know or people you don't know?
yeah, they're people I know.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And
love it.
how long between calling them do you usually like every 2 weeks or once a month or?
Like I said, it's honestly when I pray about it. So, however often I
Oh,
feel like I'm
okay.
supposed to, but
Okay.
I would say probably every 2 to 3 weeks. So, honestly, every 2 weeks or so is usually how it goes. And so I'm just being consistent and just talking to lots and lots of people. So. And I just naturally can talk about what I'm involved in and oh my goodness, like so Cindy with the P84, she had very cold hands and feet, and very bad breath. And actually, the P84 fixed her bad breath. And amazingly, actually, when your gut is working, it
Oh,
balances
Bobby.
your hormones, and
Hey,
her cold hand and feet went away. And so there was just so many things with that we noticed. And I had a huge health issue 2.5 years ago with a cyst in my brain, a golf ball sized cyst in my brain, and that's actually shrinking. So then I can also talk to people about that. So there's just where people are at and what they need is what I talk to them about and just love them and that's what I do. So
I love it.
yeah, but
Follow-up's
Well,
the key. Like I mean, I don't know what the stats
right.
are off the top of my head, but sometimes they say six or
yeah,
seven contacts sometimes before somebody
Minimally
joins.
now.
Like whether it's a yes or a no, but it takes, time for people to sit on it and think about it or whatever, or try it or whatever. So
they're saying now
just
15
love on them.
times.
Yeah.
So just love on people, follow up with
Yep.
them.
Yep.
And sometimes on Sunday, like I don't do business on Sunday. No, Laura and Cindy don't, but I don't do a lot of business on Sunday, but I will send texts to people. I try to every day. Just, hey, thinking about you. Hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Things like that. Just love on people. I think that's huge. I mean, how would you feel if you got a text like that? And so if they come to mind, I try to or even I'll like scan through my phone and I'll think I'm like, okay, who needs to hear from me today? So
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Gosh, we got
Yeah.
we
I'm
got
so
this
glad Laura and
fancy
Cindy or Laura was on
Sherida,
here.
and then we got Laura and Cindy. I'm like, yay.
Cindy's hiding in the background somewhere.
She's actually on that next meeting, so I'm
Oh,
going to
is she?
jump
Oh,
over
she
to
is.
our next
Okay.
meeting. So
Yes, thank you.
Perfect.
Sorry, we went over a little. Sorry.
good
Thank
to
you
meet
so
you all,
much.
you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks. Thank
Bye.
you, Sherida. Thanks.
You
We'll
bet.
see you
Thanks,
next week.
Sherida.
Next week is Andrea Ebert.
Oh, perfect.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.